All right, now I believe like we are on live on YouTube. I will put the questions again because if Marcel go down and Camilo become. Just a second. All right, guys. Today we're gonna talk about the with great powers came great responsibilities is a famous phrase of Spider-Man. And the first of all, I want to explain a little bit about the Talk Talk. Talk Talk is a platform to develop our language skills. There is a immersion in English, and it's not a regular class. I'm not a teacher. I'm just a person that tries to get the fluency. But I will try to guide this conversation to moderate like everybody talks, express your ideas, and feel free to ask it to if you don't remember some word, we can help you. But the real reason of that is try to explore that, like you try to make mistakes and get our fluency. So guys, today in the Talk Talk we have something that is to warm our engineer that's about like introduce ourselves to put our brain like understand it today. Now we are gonna talk in other language. So let's go. Brizola, could you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, of course. Hello, guys. Good evening. My name is Lucas Brizola. I am 29 years old, and I live in Sorocaba, a city in the countryside of São Paulo. I am single. In my free time, I like to read, watch movies and series, enjoy nature and travel whenever possible. I have a degree in logistics and administration and a postgraduate degree in finances and logistics. I have been working in recruitment and selection area for 10 years, 7 years focus in on recruitment technology professional as a tech recruiter. I still fighting to unlock my English here at TALKTNTALK in February this year. That's it. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Maria. I'm 27. I live in Paraguas Paulista right now with my parents, but sometimes I spend some days in São Paulo because of my job and because my friends. I have a degree in digital social media, and right now I'm doing a post graduation in market research and data analysis. And I work right now as a analyst. And my free time right now, I'm focused on improving my cooking skills. So I'm trying to cook not every day, just like on Friday or Saturday, and make something different from my routine. And also, I like to watch movies and series, but not every day, just when I have time and mind to focus on that. And for me, is that.
Okay. My name is Camille. I'm 25 years old. I live in Rio by myself. I have a degree in history, so I'm also teacher, but I don't give classes. Don't give classes this year. I stopped with this for a while, but I'm still working with an education, but other kind of education. I have post graduation in business because I like this area, business and administration, everything else. I have a dog, and now I have a cat too. Let me see. In my free time, I like go to the beach, watch some series, or read a little, and go uh, to museums. Here. I've been here in Talk and Talk since last month, in February 2. And that's it.
Good. Hello, everyone. My name is Marcio Romualdo. I am 43 years old. I'm married. I have three beautiful daughters. I live in São Paulo, Brazil. I graduated in network computer from Faculdade FIAP. I have an MBA in network infrastructure from FIAP, from Faculdade FIAP. I have many certifications on the area, the network security. Nowadays, I am senior network security analyst na Teletex IT. Outside work, I like a lot watching movies and series, reading good books, traveling and spend time with my family, go to the gym sometimes. I like a lot playing with my kids and my dog too. I started in I'm enjoying in Talk and Talk on February this year. That's it, guys. I'm here to improve my English. Pass you.
All right, guys, sorry for this moment. I was waiting for water to receive, and they are a little delayed. Everybody introduce yourselves. All right, so let's go to the number one. Maria, could you read the number one and answer, please?
Do you believe that power always comes with responsibility, or can someone have power without being accountable? I do believe that power comes with responsibility, but not everyone have this responsibility. They can be accountable to that, but they cannot have this responsibility. And I believe that when you have power, you need to deal with that. Doesn't matter if you have power at the job or at your group, social group. You need to be a good person and deal with his power not in a bad way. Like, I don't know how to say English, but being invasive and have so much authority with other. But I do believe that power always comes with responsibility, but sometimes not everyone has enough responsibility.
There's the point. What do you think about that, Marcio?
Yes, in my opinion, the power comes with responsibility, but I agree that there are many peoples with power doing stupid things and not being held accountable. Okay, for example, politicals and judge in Brazil, they are good example. These people has a big power in your hands, make many stupid things, okay, but not being held accountable in these people's. That's it. This is my opinion about this subject.
Thanks, Marcio. And how about you, Camila?
Yeah, I agree with both. I think that the power don't come with the responsibility. You need to develop the responsibility about everything in your life. So I don't know, for example, if you become a father or you have some kind of how can I say, a position, I don't know, father, a leader, something like this, you have some kind of power, but you need to develop this responsibility about what you do, or how you be with leader, no, but how you, yeah, we do this with this, so I think that's it. You should develop this responsibility with this kind of power. But you, at the same time, can't be develop this and just continue live. You know, we see a lot of politics, for example, that have should have responsibility, but they just have the power and that's it. They continue living without any responsibility, and this is the world that we live.
It's sad, but it's the truth, unfortunately. What's your opinion, Brizola?
In my opinion, ideally, power should come with responsibility, but in practice, this is not always the case. Some people manage to accumulate power without accountability, especially when there are failures in oversight or in the culture of accountability, ou verdadeiro puxa-saco. That's it.
Very interesting, guys. Some series that I like too much is The Boys, and it's interesting. Like you saw, like how the people deal with power, and because when you have some power, like in the politician, in your social, in a social way, or any kind of power, it's important. Like Maria said about like try to develop that, but unfortunately we saw some people don't develop that and they make stupid things. But even with that, the authorities don't do anything because like how works the world, unfortunately, sometimes. But I believe like it's very important to like to understand like when you receive a kind of responsibility, like understand like how you can deal with that. Like if you'll be a boss or if you'll be a father, position of polity is important to like try to understand like how you will deal with that. All right, let's go to the number 2. Brizola, your turn.
Yeah, have you even been in a position of power? How did you deal with it? Yes, several times I have been in a leadership positions in projects and at work. I try to be fair, transparent, and maintain open communication, ensure that decisions are well founded and benefit the group. That's it.
Thanks, Brizola. Maria, and how about you?
I have been in a power position at my work some years ago because I work as a manager for almost 2 years, and it's a little bit hard because I was too young and I have a team with people younger than me and older than me, so it's difficult to deal with different ages when you have I was young, so it's hard to deal with that because I was learning at the same time I was working. So it was a challenge for me. And also I'm in a position of power right now because sometimes I need to take care of my niece. So I need to be like authority with she because she's really young, and it's difficult like at the job because it's my family, so sometimes I need to have authority, but I don't want to have authority. I just okay, do what you want, but it's difficult. I'm not a mother, but the feeling is almost the same because I need to take care.
Thanks. And how about you, Camila?
Yeah, I was in this position because I had a company, and at the same time I had my coworkers and my employees. So it's very difficult being in this kind of position because you need to handle with the leadership stuff. And at the same time you are the authority. So and when you're in this position, you need to make a decision, you need to delegate it to treat with the conflicts. And it's hard because sometimes when you're in this position, the others couldn't see stuff that you handle with. For example, I need to have some decision. I need to do this because I can see this is the better option. And sometimes people don't know, they don't know how to handle with this, and they think that you're a bad person, but you're just doing your work. So this is difficult when you need to work with another people. So but at the same time, I think that leadership, you need to develop empathy, because if you just use your authority to without empathy, sometimes you can become a bad leader. A people that the others can talk with you, can say something because they are afraid of you. They see you as a, oh my God, I hate that person. That person is terrible. They don't understand everything here. So I think you need to develop this ability about empathy, but at the same time, use your authority when it's necessary.
Very thirsty because I'm not expect we are with a businesswoman. Interesting points of view, Camila. Thank you. Now, how about you, Marcio?
So I experienced. I was the supervisor in area the engineering. I had below me 15, 50 analysts, and uh, in one situation I had the send analyst away. Was horrible because this analyst is not perform more. And but about me with leader, it's okay. I very calm. I have a focus in my goals, in the goals the team. So this position not influence me negative, influence negative me. That's it. I don't have uh, uh, a big. I forgot the word. That's it, guys.
Thank you, Marcio. So about me, guys, I bring this topic because I just have like some experience being in a leader position, like in university groups and things like that. But like in the work, I'm not had that opportunity yet. But it's a kind of thing that I know it's a difficult, like Camila share with us, like about like how the people will understand, like no, it's not is not personal, but is I have to do my job. Is my paper here. Like sometimes I have to be more rigorous with some people. Sometimes we have to make some advertising. But even with that, I believe like it's really important. If I believe like everybody share with us some opinions, like being a transparency, try to be friendship, uh, be more clarified in your communication because it's really important. I'm saying that not because I had this opportunity to be a leader, but like how the way I like to be treated when some boss take me as some orders. That is, guys. Camila, could you read the next one, please, the number 3, and answer?
Okay. What do you think is the harder part about having power over others? Make decision, dealing with the expectation, staying fair. As I said, the hardest part, in my opinion, is difficult choices, especially when these choices involve the others. No, as Marcio said, I need to turn off some employee, especially because we as a human being, we have this connection with the others, So at the work with someone, and with time, that person become your colleague. So when you are in the position to define the other's life, is difficult, especially in the work, because that start in a new work is difficult when you don't have work, so it's difficult to find another one. So this mix with your feelings, when to have this kind of conversation, to have a meet and say you're good, but you're not still with us anymore. So this is hard to do this. But yeah, that's it. It's your responsibility. You need to do your job, and this part of the job. So I think that's it. At the same time, because in my case, I didn't have an outside pressure. The pressure was just about me with myself, not the others. So I was in the position that I I was my boss. So I think that when you're in the company, especially when you need to do your work with how can I say, métricas, I forgot the word now. When you need to do things for the result, I think that the pressure is too much, sometimes, especially when you're a position of power, For example, I'm the leader of this part of the company, and we need to, I don't know, to, oh my God, I forgot the word again. To increase this part, I don't know, now we have a goal to, I don't know, receive more money and the double. So it's a lot of pressure, especially when you're in this position, because it's like the political stuff. When something is expensive, for example, nowadays egg is expensive, and everybody's talking about, oh my God, the egg, it's terrible stuff. And we always say, oh, it's the president stuff, and sometimes you don't understand everything that happens. So the power position is like this. When something wrong, it's your fault. It doesn't matter the rest, because you're in this position, so you're the leader, it's your fault. So it's very complicated.
Interesting points. Your turn, Lucas. What do you want to add in this question?
For me, guys, oh God, hardest part is balancing expectation and making decisions that impact others, and also making balancing decisions. Por exemplo, você dá um feedback negativo para alguém da sua equipe, mas sem pesar a mão, no sentido de exagerar a ponto de ferir a autoestima do colaborador, por exemplo. Also, mating impartiality and fairness without giving to pressure or favoritism is also challenging. That's it.
Thanks, Brizola. And how about you, Maria? In your opinion, what's most the harder part?
I think is deal with your responsibilities and also deal with the expectation. As Camila said, when is something wrong is your fault, but and when is everything right, nobody remember that there's someone's leading everyone. So it's hard because you need to have a good mental health to deal with bad things and good things, and you need to understand specific situations like when you are a leader where in a position of leadership you need to understand how to deal with some employee, how to deal with some fornecedor, and all the levels of being a manager, not just, oh, you need to do that, I will talk to you tomorrow and get the result. No, you need to make a balance of a lot of stuffs at the same time. So I believe the hardest thing is to deal with different things and get everyone in a good way. Not, you need to make a balance what is right to do and what the team needs that you need to do. Like sometimes you want to do something but you need to do another thing. So deal with the situations, I think, is the hardest part.
Thanks, Maria. And how about you, Marcio?
Uh, my opinion, the hardest part about having power over others, dealing with expectations, align expectations, because it's very hard. You the relationship with another persons, because each person think about uh, forgot the word, uh, think different, okay, on the other. So in many situations, uh, when you are in a position leader, the power, you need making decisions uh, to business, okay, to business, not personal. But the persons don't understand this, don't understand. Okay, this is very hard because each person think, um, um, eu mereço. I don't remember this word. I deserve it, this promotion. I deserve a high my salary, etc., etc. So you need presentation the results. You need achieving goals. Okay, it's very hard because a leader needed a focus, uh, needed be assertive. Okay, doesn't this is not personal, only business, only 100% business. That's it, in my opinion. That's it. Okay.
Thank you, Marcio. It was really interesting. And I totally agree about you. In my opinion, the harder part is like dealing with the relationships, like understand that is for the business, because sometimes it's really hard because even someone is a employer, he is a human. Sometimes he has a kid. He sometimes the funds of the money, and that's really interesting. And it's difficult, but I believe when we be truth, like with the employers, try to have like a more clarified communication with everybody, like understand like, now guys, I have to share with you, for example, the business isn't good, so maybe I have to uh, fire someone's, but you have to understand like it's not because me, it's because like the metric is about the jobs, is a decisions like I'm not to take that decision like being a Pedro is like being a business, like the being a leader of the enterprise, and it's really hard because I know how difficult it is like when you receive some bad news, even when you don't expect that, like you just receive a news and you think, oh my god, how what I will do now, and it is important like you try to share like the result, be transparent with the employers because if some bad thing happens when you don't expect it, sometimes it's bad. It is important too because, for example, when you have someone to be promoted, the people will understand like that had that possibility. That's my opinion, guys. It's just like things that I thought, but I'm not like in the paper yet. So I know that could be harder and could and can be a different things like in this position that make the thing like really difficult. All right, Marcio, could you read the number 5 and answer, please? I will skip the number 4.
Number 4. Number 4 or
Number
number
5.
5? Number 5.
5.
Okay. Do you think people naturally seek power, or is it something that just happens to certain individuals? Why? No, I agree with the people naturally seek power. Okay, depends the person. Depends. There are many persons who doesn't like the power. Okay, there are many persons prefer only executions tasks on okay, I'm here, okay, doing my task, it's okay. But there are another persons all the time uh, seek power, okay, in your home, in your relationships with friends, in all the situations in the society. For example, depends the each person, okay, in my opinion, depends. So the woman uh, needed the power in determined moment, depends the moment. For example, in the dangerous situations, you need the power for your supervivience, for example. About power, the decision, okay, the the making something, not the power. I have a power. Um, I have a lot of money. I have a lot of materials, etc. No, no. The power, the situation, the situation, okay, the attitude, in my opinion. Uh, so there are another persons that power is implicit, is implicit in the person. Okay, my mother, for example. Okay, the naturally, okay, the people was born with this. So that's it. It's very completed question. Depends, but I think about this. This is my opinion.
Interesting points of view. What do you think about that, Camila? Do you believe like the people just choice by some force, like you will have a power, or the people have to develop that in your entire life?
I think that you don't born with, oh my God, I want to power. No, it's a thing that you develop during your life. But I think depends on the situation. I agree with you, Marcio, because depends on the power. For example, power in your job, power with the others. So I think people want to be power because of the ambitions, because they have his own benefits, because I think in a lot of cases, that's it. Power can give you something. No, anyone want to power to, for example, working more. If the power comes with the working more, I don't want this. So I think that we see power in this point of view about I have more influence, I will have more money, or this kind of stuff, even in the relationship. Of course, there are people that just want to I forgot the word, mandar, they just want to you need to obey this person and that's it. So I think depends on the kind of power, but in general is related with this superior position. I'm better than you, I have more power than you, more money. So for me, it's related with this. And I don't believe that we have with uh this this situation. Oh my God, I feel that I lived, that I born for, for have power. I don't agree with this.
I have one more question for you, Maria. Maria, no, Camila. But do you believe like some power people have some stereotype?
Yes, I believe some kind of powers can give you some stereotypical, like I let me thinking about an example. I don't know. I think in the workspace can be this, you have a leader, and this kind of leader just want to give you more work so they can have this image about, oh my God, this is a bad person. And I think that some leaderships came with prejudice. For example, every politics uh they are bad person. They want to steal every money in the country. Some kind of power had this image.
Thank you, Camila. Now your turn, Maria.
I agree with some points. Like, I think we want to have power or become a manager because we know that this is the next level to earn more money, or to next level to be a good professional and being successful. So at the job we see power in this way, but also I think that some persons was born with some abilities, like they have more facility to communication, they have more facility to talk with a lot different persons. So we can develop your leadership skills, and we need to do that if you want to be someone with power. But also I don't think that leadership is for everyone. I think someone have more facility or ability to deal with the hard stuff of being a leadership, and others have another abilities, like just being at the back office or not have a lot of attention. So I know that you can develop, but it's not for everyone.
I totally agree with you, Maria. Your turn, Brizola. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, what a difficult question to formulate and answer. I I believe it depends. Some people are naturally attracted to power through ambition or by herdar uma empresa da família, while others end up when it be change, whether through competence, influence, or circumstances. For example, I I am person you seek to develop professionally with promotion, etc. Did that make sense or not? Fez sentido?
Yes, that makes
Yes.
sense.
Thanks.
There's guys, because some people, some things that I thought with me is like in the past we saw like more in a way like to become a boss or some position in your job is more linear. Like you have to be a intern and you got a junior position, intermediate, and etc. etc. You know, become a boss. And I believe like you have some people that try to get this linear career, but when he got like some power position, he perceived like oh, that's not for me. I don't like to guide people, like to make some difficult decisions because it's a difficult because it's some people something that Camila said is because like with power we got some benefits, but like the central talk of these conversations, like even with these benefits come like responsibilities, and with that you have to deal with different things, difficult circumstances. So that's really difficult, and I believe like it's not for everybody. Sometimes we saw some stereotypes like some people like had a good communication with people. Some people like had a good vision of business, like don't focus just on the personal, like it's a kind of some stereotypes that they come in the leaders, in my opinion. But I believe like have some people like have some skills, and with the skills is either like to become a power position. But of course sometimes we just saw like people with power and too young or some kind of that, but we don't have to ignore like the background because maybe he worked younger, he had some other experience that he become like in that position. I believe like it's very important to like not judge the people like, oh, this this person is not like he has to be in the power position, because sometimes they had some background, they had some experience that he make him or her a good leader. That's my opinion, guys. So I will choose some question here. Just check here. All right, I will choose the number 8. It's more imaginative question. Imagine you suddenly became the leader of your country. What's the first major decision would you like to make? It's interesting because I believe like I will try to get more better conditions for everybody. Like nowadays we saw like a very diverse like in the all classes of the our society principle in our country in Brazil, and I will try to make something like more equalitative, because nowadays we saw like so much people with power, like more capital power, and people like living with a minimum salary. And in my job principle, I saw like too much people living with that conditional. And if I be honest, I don't know how they did that, because nowadays we saw like the price of the all the things is so high, and you have to pay the rent, pay the food, and with a minimum salary, I really don't know how they do that, in my sincere opinion. But that is some decision that I will make, but I don't know like the paths I have to do like to get that in reality. But in more utopia vision, that is as will do. All right, how about you, Maria? What is your first decision being a measure?
It's hard because I know that it's really difficult to make a decision. Tipo, not make a decision, but make a change. But I will focus on the education area because for me is the first step. I can change things like in financial or in health, but I need to focus on education to everyone has the tools, all the minimal tools to understand how the country works, how they need to go and fight for your direitos. And I will focus on education, but I don't know what exactly change I will do. I know I will focus on this area.
Your turn, Marcio. Go ahead, please.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Of course, is the number 8. Imagine
Eight.
you suddenly became the leader of your country. What's the first major decision you would
Oh
make?
my gosh. This is a, a big responsibility. My first decision. Mm, My first decision. Mm. So I reduce the size of the government, 40%, the minimal. For example, I reduced the ministries to 15, the maximum. 15, the maximum. The the many the many how do you say cargos in English? Positions. The many positions in I don't remember the name. Many positions. Okay, because nowadays in Brazil, our problem is the government is a big a elephant. Okay, is a pyramid invert. Okay, the base of the pyramid is the government. The another point of the pyramid is the edge or periferia. Okay, the most of the money, the fiscal money, stayed in the central government. This is a complexity methodology, the distribution, the social in Brazil. The Brazil spend a lot of money the form wrong, in my opinion. Okay, it's spend a lot of money in the Congress, in the judiciário. I don't know this word. Okay, in the many positions, public positions, it's necessary, in my opinion. Okay, you me with a president de Brazil, I'm trying to spend the money, the people more efficient, okay, more specific goals. That's it. The the big responsibility, but I think I guess this is possible. You improve the life of the people, okay? So not expend a lot of money, spend money, but the money doesn't arrive on the people. That's it, Pedro, or Peter.
Thank you. I believe like with your answer, the economy will thank you a lot because I believe like it's really possible. Like try to reduce like the position in 30%. I don't know like the exactly percent, but with that we try to use your money more efficiently. I totally agree with you. And how about you, Brizola? Take your decision. Is in your hand.
I agree with what Maria said. I focus on políticas that encourage education and technology, as I believe they are the basis for desenvolvimento sustentável and for improving quality of life. That's it.
Thank you. I believe Paulo Freire said something like the education is the first thing. I don't know like the exact phrase, but it's something is really important. I totally agree with you. Totally, education could be transforming lives. Not last but not the least, Camila, your turn, your decision.
If I was president, my first action would do agrarian reform, because if you give in people land and food, you end with two problems that is so complicated here in Brazil, because we have people that don't have a place to live and don't have a food to eat. And this is insane, because you are one of the most country in the world that producing food, and at the same time we have people that don't have any food to eat. So my first action was doing these two stuff that are related, and I finished with these two problem. And I would try to start with the basics, because education is super important, and health is super important, economy. But at the same time, we have people starving on the street, So if you give a land and that people could work in his own land and plant the food that they will eat. So I would like to do the agrarian reform. And after this, yeah, I totally agree with Marcio. And I cut off in the middle the salary of the judiciary, because that's insane. And I saw news today that they are planning to increase the salary. No, that's insane. Like, they are together and they said, oh, let's try to receive more money. And they vote, So I can't vote for increase my salary, but they can do this. This should be unconstitutionally, because how they just can vote in his own salary? That's insane. So I cut a lot of salary, because I think that the politics doesn't have to receive so many money, and especially spend this public money with trips, with the corporative card, like and have a lunch, So this shouldn't be exist. I think that's it.
Thank you. And I believe everybody here could be a great measure, guys. It's a really happy so much points of view. Very good, try to get better condition for us. So guys, I put the survey on the chat. I wanted to thank you for this opportunity, for your time to spend with me, sharing their ideas. I believe that was very productive. And that is, guys, have a good evening and thank you one more time.